Alright, in this video today, we'll be looking at Nezha. Nezha is a very popular frame, and somewhat recently her Prime came out, and Nezha was always a frame that a lot of people liked, and even with the new rework she had with some of her abilities, she had even more love, which is awesome to see. I believe it's a she. I'm just going all off that. But today I'll focus on some builds for her that I have build myself and I've seen to work very well in certain circumstances. Now, as you can see from the top, I have a Halo one, a Firewalker one, and the 1, 2, and 3, which obviously is focused on the first, second, and third ability. Fourth ability, even though it's decent with the builds I have on, it's just not a good ability in general. I mean, sure, the enemies are done for a little bit, but we can test it out obviously, but it's not something I'm focusing on. Her first 3 abilities, the way I use them at least, are so much better than what other people may use them for, or what she's known for. Halo is obviously a very, very good ability, as she can take some damage reduction and resistance, which is great. Doesn't get knocked down. If they touch an enemy like you see here, they get it and then burn, which is great to see. This is also what I just actually figured out, is when you teleport to it, you activate the ability again as it's still in the air. You actually cast a little ring of fire, which is very, very useful, especially pairing it with the Firewalker one, which you'll see in the Firewalker one, and you'll see it 1, 2, and 3 with all of them combined. Now, for the first one, I focused on strength a lot. I focused a little bit on range and a little bit on duration. Not really. The main thing was strength, because Halo, there's no really duration or range unless you're going up to the enemy. Duration, there's not really anything there really that you can see there. Time invulnerable. Even though there is some duration on there, you can't see that go up at all. Radius obviously doesn't go up, but the damage absorption, damage a second, and the multiplier is all up from that high strength that we have. And then tower resistance, I'll focus on that. That's just for the armor and for the health. Obviously, this is going to be focusing on tanking, bullets, and damage, which in some circumstances you want more than powerful abilities that give out damage. Just because, like on DMOs, those things just deal so much damage that you might want a mod focus on damage reduction and absorption, as well as giving it out, which is great for this build. There's also Firewalker in the first 3 abilities that I will look at after I present this one right now. Now, if we go out, go over here, we can spawn, let's just do one level 185. So do 1 and put the level as 85. Obviously, this is a heavy gunner, deals a massive amount of damage. We'll also compare this to one of the most higher ones that you'll encounter, which will be a level 50. So I'll do that one after this. Simulate it. Here. Invulnerable. And then I could kill the gunner. I mean, obviously dealing a massive amount of damage, and just with that time, you can kill them very easily. I mean, and I still have a good amount of shield left over. And then obviously, if I got rid of it, I could just recast it. Very simple, very easy, especially if you have a good weapon. This is going to help just buy some time for you in any circumstance, or in any circumstance you're vulnerable, you can't shoot back for any reason. If that's hacking something or something else along those lines, then you have that to help you. If you go here, I'm sure you can change things around. Let's just say this, even though it is in this slot, I mean, it's the only thing I could do. I could switch it out probably, but I don't know if that's the best. I'll have to maybe tune it up a little bit more, but you could throw in Prime Flow somewhere in here just to help, if you need to recast that ability so much, because it drains so much with the efficiency down to 70% instead of the normal 100, which this would only drain to 75. You might want the Prime Flow, or you might want to put an efficiency mod on there just to counteract that and balance it all out. Now, if we go to the Firewalker one, this also focuses a little bit on the second one, But if you go here, the Firewalker one, explosion damage is at 2,000, pretty high. Obviously this isn't on my strength one, but if you just go to strength, see explosions at 3,000. So explosion's a little bit different, but this I'm focusing on almost everything about this ability, not just the strength. Which if you want to go back to the Halo one, you definitely could use Firewalker on this. I mean, Firewalker can be used on all of these, obviously, with 1, 2, 3 Firewalker. But even with Halo, or even with a build that you're just focusing all around on every single thing, this can be used whenever. It's just an easy ability you can cast. Most of the time, some people forget about it, that they're walking with a flame behind them. So you can use this whenever you want. Obviously, this has more strength. But to going back to the radius and duration of this, because you might want this on longer. Again, it always depends on what mission you're doing, but I would imagine with most people playing Nezha, they're going to do survival missions. And so this is what is great, focusing on this ability itself, which is why it's great for survival missions. If you go over here, we have strength, and we have some duration as well. Duration here, we have radius, duration, strength. So just those three. I can't get the full 257 as you saw in the Halo, which is okay. It's still a high strength that we have, and then as well as the range going up, and so is the duration. Obviously our health is going to go back down as I don't really have those mods on. I just have the armor and the ability strength, so that is going to put it down a little bit, but not too much that we're going to worry about it. So go over here, we use it. Let's just do level 5 of them, and we'll put them at level, let's just say 60. So we'll use the first 2 abilities, and on the next one we'll use all 3 put together. Cast this. You see the radius right here, just a little circle. And then again the circle. And like, you know, this gives you time to just shoot back, buy you some time. I mean, it does sound like I'm getting hit a lot, but it's just, I mean, that one's already out. And we still have 20 seconds left, so it's still easy. And again, boom. I mean, this one's already almost dead. Go here, this one's almost dead as well. And I could, but I'm just testing just the Firewalker out itself. That one's dead. Come over here, do a little circle around it. See if we can lead it back into the fire. Back him in the fire. About to die in any second. There it is. So it is very simple to kill them with just Firewalker. I mean, that's level 60. We can do, we'll do level 85, right? Why not? We might die. We'll do level 85 just to see how it really is. Obviously with level 85 we're going to take a lot more damage. Again, just circles and circles around them. Obviously this isn't the most efficient way to kill them, but just, you know, as you're running through, you activate this, you're walking around, they're all stunned, all on fire, they're all vulnerable. So yeah, obviously we're gonna lose a bunch of that, but just look at all the fire getting ticked down away from them. Kill them. See, obviously, I figured that would happen, but in that case, I didn't shoot back at all, even though this one's somewhat low. Come over here, just get back. And what you would normally do, any circumstance, you're just gonna try to kill them. You don't have to do melee. And then see, as easy as that. Obviously, like I just previously mentioned, you're not gonna just use Firewalker. You're gonna use all sorts of things. So I'm not too worried about that not killing them instantly. That was level 85, but also that just stuns them and gives that fire effect that's just tearing through their armor, which is great in terms of high level Grenier and even other fractions that have a high armor and high health, and just tears right through that, which is great. And then 1, 2, 3, we have strength added up compared to Firewalker. We have the range the same, and duration is just a little bit lower. Armor is the same, and health is just a little bit lower, just to sacrifice for that halo being so strong. This one also has 3,000, not 3,200, as this one's at 257. So this one has 3,200 for explosion damage. This one only has 3,000. So not that big of a difference, probably not that you're going to notice, but then again, this is 243% strength, the highest I can do with adding other mods that go along with the second and first one. So we go here, we'll simulate just 5 of them, again, level 85. You activate Halo, activate the first, second, and then see what you would normally do. You're just going to go over here, and you have that halo effect going on all of them. Very cool to see. Again, now this is just fire and just damage reduction. See, I'm not getting shot at all. No. One thing is shooting at me. They're all covered in fire. And normally with the levels you're going to be facing, you're going to be killing them much quicker. I even have better weapons. These are my weapons I need to upgrade. Not the greatest. Again, I just take in little to no actual damage with my shield and health because of my halo, and also with the added bonus of Firewalker. Just completely tearing the Grenier up, and then also have them staggered so they can't shoot back. Which is great to see that, and I still have some halo damage reduction left. Did have to use Firewalker twice, but that's fine. They're level 85, so there's not much that I was going to expect any different or anything like that. So that is the 3 builds that I have for Nezha. Obviously some people may have better builds focusing on certain things. I just have this bunch. I think they focus well around everything. I will likely use Halo a lot. We can test this as I'm testing all these out. We can test this one with Firewalker that I didn't do on the first one. Make this level 60. Oops. And paired with their speed and the weapon I have, it's really insane what you can do just with those abilities. Alright, and that is the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed, hope you found these builds useful and something you should target for in terms of Nezha. I know she's not the most popular frame, but I know she is one, or he, again I'll probably get made fun of if I got this wrong, but she is one of the most popular frames in this game, and one of the most durable at that. A frame that is easy to get for the normal version, and is pretty decent to get as well as in the Prime version as well. So with anyone you have, try to focus on those builds, focus on strength, in terms of getting damage reduction and maybe Firewalker as well, and do duration on any one of them and radius for the circle of fire that you'll get with the second ability, and even the radius of explosion with the first ability of Firewalker, as well as the third, the halo, of putting the halo onto enemies and slowly killing them with the fire on the halo, and just the damage dealing with halo as well. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. To the right is a playlist of all the Warframe videos I've done on this channel, and to the left is the latest Warframe video I've uploaded, and in the middle is a subscribe button. I keep seeing that subscribe button getting hit, which is great to see. I love to see it. I love the support. So if you continue doing that, it's great. Gives me a lot of motivation to keep doing these things and making these useful and helpful videos for everybody. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed.